Good evening.
Good
Welcome to
evening.
the Vintage House Radio Show. This is your boy DJ Rocky Floyd. This is 89.3 WNUR Evanston, Chicago, in HD1. I am remote this week. I am in Dallas, Texas. I am on my own personal professional journey. However, I am got the opportunity to introduce the Vintage Radio Show, House Radio, to or introduce a new person to the Vintage House Radio Show. A good friend of mine. His name is Clinton Blade, aka DJ 008. How you doing, sir?
All right, I'm good. I'm good. What's going on with you
No, I'm
today?
doing fine. So,
All right.
all right. So here's what we do on the show. So it's real simple. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. You're going to give me some answers. We're gonna learn a little bit about you, and then I'm gonna ask you some questions about house music and everything.
Okay.
So give me a little bit of background about you in case
You,
some
you want the truth or you want the lies on the house music? Which one you want?
I want whichever you want to talk about.
Okay.
So first of all, tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. So how I started DJing started out as a $50 bet, and I never forget. First song I learned to mix was Timex Social Club Rumors, and that was the first song I learned about the beginning of a record
Okay,
and where to start the record. That's how I learned
okay,
the Time A Social Club rules. Long story short, I think I did my first party in like '85, house party, and then '86 I was doing other parties. I didn't get picked up by a club until '89. So, but then I was a mixture. I'm down here in the South, so it's the near ghetto. I have to call it. But somehow house weaved its way into my life. I heard it, and just the reaction and the feeling that came from it. Matter of fact, in '87, I had heard it was some people that had moved here from Ohio, and they was playing Jack Your Body and all this here stuff, and I was like, what is that sound? What is that sound? Because I was a prominent DJ at that time, and that sound just was not here in Texas. So, but as time moved on, I remember going to Gramophone in 1990. Was it 90? Yeah, when I bought the Jill Scott. He Loves Me bootleg. Remember that bootleg?
yeah,
I bought it at Gramophone. And I never forget, I was in Gramophone looking for Steve Six Hurley Higher. And it was on the flip side of Jack Your Body was on the flip side of it on the 12 inch. And it was, in a end cap. Anyway, long story. But the life changing moment is when I went to Detroit, Michigan in '93, and I got to meet Ken Collier, and I got to hear him spin. Just, the rest is history.
okay,
The rest is history. I could go on for hours,
mm,
hours.
okay. So
But being in Texas and playing house music, man, you talking about going against the grain? Oh my Jesus! I mean, we're in the Bible Belt. And it's just hard. Even now, it's still hard. I mean, you can't get to play no deep soulful house music here. They do a lot of the drug music here, but the deep soulful house in Chicago underground stuff. Oh no. Oh, and I remember the time you could actually call Casual Records. You could actually pick the phone up and call me. This is before they made it real big and they got the big head. But yeah, go ahead.
okay, so if you can, I need to tell me about some. Well, obviously, you just told us about one influence on you. Who else would you say has a strong history on your foundation?
As far as sounds, I more or less, and they used to call it underground. The name of that's why I say I was at a gramophone and telling them, "Hey, I want this underground sound records." And then he kept taking me to the sound, taking me to these records that didn't have the sound that I was looking. And I guess I was giving it the wrong genre. Years ago, there used to be a store named Bill's. records here in Dallas, and he's passed on and so on and so forth. But he had a store. But man, they used to get a lot of promos and all the stuff. The guy that worked there, he knew my sound, and I had a distinctive sound. You couldn't sell me nothing. I knew what I wanted to hear, and I know what I was listening for, and I knew what I was going to buy. He had specific stuff that he could set aside because he knew my sound. He knew what I liked to play. Man, oh, talk about test pressing. That's the story. I did a lot of test pressing. And then Sam Burns in DC. I met him. I did some mail order with him. I think that's when I first got into the Baltimore sound. It was like 94, 95. I was ordering stuff from 12-inch records on T Street. Yeah. Are they still open, by the way?
I have no idea.
Yeah, well,
I haven't been to Baltimore for 12 years.
Huh? You had been what now?
I haven't been to Baltimore for 12 years. So
well, he's in D.C. Sam Burns, he killed himself. Bless his heart. I don't know why. But he used to run 12-inch records. And I mean, and he knew I was special when I called because he knew the stuff I would ask for. I was never the regular run-of-the-mill. You know how Strictly Rhythm used to put out all these records?
Yep.
And just, oh, Jesus. No, you can't say me that. I want the test press bootleg. You got one or two of, ain't nobody. The routine ain't nobody else got.
Right.
So you can be the only one. But not knowing all along down here, I think there were other like 4 or 5 other DJs, but they wasn't playing deep soulful house. My house has always been soulful and deep,
Right.
Like when the MK stuff came out. When MK had his run.
Mm-hmm.
That sound. So So but I could tell you stories, man. Oh, and I even worked at the record labels. And anytime they had, when I say work at the record labels, like we had BMG, where we would go and whatever they were working, they give us product and have us go play it at the club and give them feedback and stuff like that. But when Martha Wash got her deal, remember when Martha Wash got her deal? I was one of the main people pushing her stuff, and the white people wasn't doing it.
Right, I got you.
It's black. It's just stories. But anyway, years the Arthur Baker stuff. When he got signed over on RC was RCA, yeah, we was at BMG. Arthur Baker when he had all his stuff. With Jamie Principle, High Body Tonight, what's it? Just man, the Frankie Knuckles stuff when he was on Virgin, all of his stuff, I played it. Everything, I played it.
Okay. We've always had this ongoing argument and battle with New York about where house music originated from. In your own opinion, can you tell me where you think it came from?
Okay, so here's the story. Frankie and who's that worked at the hold on, I'm gonna tell you who is at the Paradise.
Oh yeah, I know you talking about.
They worked at the Continental Bathhouse.
Okay.
And whoever the guy that opened up the warehouse, Larry went to Chicago. He didn't like it, so he went back. Frankie stayed. Somehow he was there.
Robert Williams.
Yeah, and House originated there in Chicago. Remember the thing in December? Was it December '79 when everybody took their records and threw them out there and stomped them and burnt them?
Yeah.
Okay, that was the start. That door closing was the door opening for House.
Okay.
Y'all sound that came out of Chicago. The sound that came from Chicago, hands down. It was nowhere else.
Okay.
And the funny thing is, who was that? I think was it Robert Owens saying, okay, because you remember the guy that owned the record company that signed Robert Owens. He just died, and his wife had because he had Robert Owens. He said he hadn't got any of his royalties, and when his manager or boss, whoever the hell it was, that had his contract died, he's reclaiming all his royalties, and his manager had went and relicensed and sold it all over over in the UK and made all that money and get it bought down. Um, the story, but no, how it started in Chicago. And what's the other guy? Run. Not Ron Pullman. Who's
Ron Hardy.
Ron Hardy. And man, oh man, what's it called, the box? I heard a tape of him, and I'm talking about this is years ago, beating the shit out of, I mean, excuse my French, but just to hear. But the sad thing is, and this is one thing I always look at and I see, even those people that came up around him. I saw Frankie the last time before he died. He came to Winter Music. He DJ'd. The next day, they flew him home that night. He died that next day. He didn't take care of himself. I don't know what he had got diabetes, and it was just bad.
Yeah.
And like Larry the Band, strung out on drugs, dude. But I can even Ron Hardy, he had a heroin problem, and I'm like, Jesus. So, but I can't judge nobody. I can't call it because we all got I just got introduced to Adderall. So there you have it. Shit, I can't focus without Adderall. But all that in one little pill. But that's another story. But House started in Chicago.
Okay.
And did not let nobody else tell you that. I know the story. Them at the Continental Baths. And Larry stayed behind, and that's how Larry Levan wound up hooking up with the white boy, Richard Long. They was loving. And he let Larry do it his way. And that's just history. I
Okay. So when did house become more prevalent down here in Dallas?
If I tell you that I did my damnedest and my best to push hard, they used to have Cedric come down. DJ Cedric from DC, and Chris Johnson and Sidney Perry. 30 years ago, they had them come to this club. And they used to be a trio that traveled to, and it was cute to them. And one night they came and they played house, and I think after that I was sold. You could, I didn't touch the regular stuff that was coming out. I mean, well, that was an afterthought. I could mix the radio, regular nigga ghetto shit. I could mix that in the back of my, in my sleep. It's the house. House music don't make you fight and shoot up the corner to do all that shit. House music don't do that. It makes you happy, and it gives you life, it gives you joy. And it's just this some shit you can't get on Amazon.
So who have you played with that you think that influenced you now?
Who have I played with that has influenced?
I think that has an influence on the house music down here now.
Who have I played with? DJ
right. That you think that might be a good influence on the house music down in the South or Texas. So.
Well, here, these past couple, I didn't go this year because I wasn't feeling them and the money wasn't right. I hope you ain't watching. Yeah, the money, I wasn't feeling them, the money wasn't right, and I just wasn't feeling. I'm moody. I'm a Virgo. I go by feeling. But normally I go and do the Indigenous House in Atlanta.
Okay.
And the last time I opened, the last set that I played, I was with Teddy, Charisma, and Spin. I opened for them. A lot of my sound comes from them.
Okay.
The year before that, I opened for Louis. I have a lot of his records. It's just a sound. But everything is, and even I got a chance to meet DJ Punch there in Atlanta, and I got a lot of his stuff. And it's just distinctive, But even who is that? Put all the is it Amar? What's his name? From Jihad, whatever he is, with the
right Jihad Muhammad. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, him. 1 year I was there with him, and it's just different things, you know. And the funny thing is listening to all these sounds, and you know, you know, I met you at Winter Music, you know, going to Winter Music and getting to meet the people who make the records, and just getting to know them, interacting with them, and you know, to know that you're the same equal as them. That you know, that's an interesting feeling. But to say to who influenced me, man, I pressed the record years ago, and I remember beating the streets of New York, when Vinyl Mania, all these places taking, you know, test pressings. And who was that MD distribution out of Maryland? Where all the 12 inches used to go. I'm talking about I did the nickel plate and all that, the whole thing. I pressed the record, and it was funny. I learned something in this business, and that is, if you don't know nobody, you ain't getting shit.
Okay.
And just period. You're not getting nothing. And like I said, the sounds, oh, the stories I could tell you, the stories.
So
Uh,
are there any clubs? Are there any house music clubs down here?
where
Dallas.
ain't gonna sit there and tell that lie. Not really.
Okay.
Not dedicated. I mean, you know, it's white people here, and
Okay.
the music they play, you have to do drugs. House music,
What about okay? So is there any major places in the state of Texas?
Houston at one point, and I got to give a shout out to DJ Tony Powell, because I can say he's been a part of my life. Also, I was in the Houston crew. Shout out to Melanie, just in case she see this. Who is it? Fred's DJ. What is it? Tony Hatchett. Even Andre Hatchett. Shout out to him. He held it down in Chicago and all that there. Tell him I know about what happened here when he went to Atlanta here this last trip. And I was supposed to come, and had I came, things would have been a lot different, because I had to make sure that he was, you know, taken care of. Shout out to Andre Hackett. Uh, who else did I leave at? Did I leave out there? Oh, and other members, you know, he had been in house music in Houston. I can't let
Who?
y'all go on the hymns, numbers.
Nimbus? Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to Nimbus.
It'll be some shit if I don't give him his props, as well as Dion, Solentech. What is Dion's last name? Hey, he know who he is. Shit. Anyway, but you know, like, I'm just Houston. At one point, there was this club called Baja's, and they was featuring us. They had what's his name? McDonald. Done to come down, Stacy Kidd, and shout out to Stacy Kidd, Chicago. Stacy Kidd, you know what it is.
Hmm.
I remember when Stacy Kidd first came down, and he had a problem with one of his promoters, but they'll never forget Stacy Kidd.
Okay.
And yes, he got his money. Know that he got his money. And you tell him I said it. He know how we roll. But yeah, man, that Houston Bajas was featuring us, but the problem I had with them is, if you're gonna book a black DJ, okay, if you're gonna promote it right, okay, you're gonna put the flyers. Black people, you know, we don't read, and we do Ebonics, and if we don't see us, we ain't coming. Me and the promoter got into it because he wanted to do a flyer with Mike Dunn and not put his picture on there. I'm like, what kind of shit is that? And we kind of fell out, you know, with tension. With ain't made no more flyers for him. They say, how the fuck you gonna book a black artist, but you don't want to put his picture on the flyer? I'm a realist, you know me. I tell it just like it is.
I get it.
Uh, they were featuring us at one point, but you know how they go. You know
I
how they
feel
go.
you.
Oh, shout out DJ Rocky B. It'll be some shit.
Oh yeah.
It'll be some shit.
So how'd you get 008? Where did that name come from?
So remember the highway that I took you down when I took you to the store the other day?
Yeah.
On 75 Central Expressway. 30 years ago, I was driving down Central Expressway. And by the way, I worked at radio, K104. I was driving down the freeway and I said I wanted a name Nobody else had, because DJs back in the day, it was 201,000 some fucking DJs. Everybody was a DJ. But the SL 1200 separated the boys from the men. Because when you got a pair of SL 1200, you arrived. It wasn't until 1994 when I got my first pair. It took me that many years. But I wanted a name nobody else had. And when you saw that name, you knew it was me, and you knew what you were going to get.
Okay.
And that's always been my MO. Do a good show. Leave a lasting impression. Touch
Okay.
the soul. Shit. And then if you ain't got your money when you finish DJing, tear that motherfucker up. But and that's just you know how I go.
I
I ain't,
understand.
I ain't even got to say it. You know how I go. I'm gonna tell it. Fuck it. And people, I got the reputation. If you don't have his money, do not book him.
Okay. I feel you.
You don't get a lot of bookings, right?
No, yeah.
How the fuck you gonna miss something you never had? I'm just, hey, it is what it is, bro.
Oh Lord. Okay.
It is what it is. So I mean, and you meeting me in Miami, that was just, I was in a real good mood, just absorbing the moment, absorbing the vacation,
Yeah.
and meeting
So
new
yeah,
people.
yeah. Let me tell a story about meeting Clinton. So at the time, I was actually doing some promotions for the Winter Music Conference down in Miami, and
And he was running shit, and I got his name. Tell it.
so
Somebody,
I'm down in Miami. I'm doing a party. My phone rings. I have no idea who this number is because it's an area code I ain't never had come across my phone ever before in my life. And so I pick up the phone and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say it just the way it was said to me. I said, "Hello, is this DJ Rocket Floyd?" Yeah. Hi, my name is Clinton. They call me DJ 008. Uh, I heard that you got parties down in Miami. I'd like to come play for you. Okay, where you at? Well, right now I'm in Atlanta, but I'm coming through and heading that way. I said, make it down here. You could play, no problem. And I don't even think it wasn't even a day. No, it wasn't even a day. 008 was there, and I'm like, wow. So I'm in this. I forgot what was the hotel. Which what? It was the hotel. I can't remember the name of it.
it was on 10th. It was
Yep,
10th in college. Was it 10th
yep,
in college?
yep. So I'm
Yeah.
in there, look, making sure everything is fine because I got DJs playing across the street at the other hotel as well. Lo and behold, Rocket Floyd. I said, yeah. Hi, I'm Clinton. I'm 008. Where can I play? He comes in with Tony Powell. Now, I knew Tony only because I knew Tony Hatchet and Tony Hatchet. So, I speak. I said, well, you can play wherever you want. And the rest is history. Uh, I, I have never been in such humor from anyone ever since. I will say, if you want the honest to God truth, this is the person to call.
Boy, he gonna tell it just like
So,
he is.
yeah,
And I remember one time I cussed what's his name? Motherfucker. David Harness. Remember when that Just Fine Mary J. Blige came out?
yeah.
And I got a partner, his name is Bernard. Hopefully he'll see this. He in San Jose right now. And Bernard was, he had promised Bernard he was gonna give him a copy. So I'll never forget it. Downtown, right there on Washington, where the clock at, and CBS used to throw their parties up on their rooftop.
Yep.
He was up there DJing, and this motherfucker, hey, you know how niggas is, but he messing. But anyway, man, you know how they be. You know how DJs act when they DJ. They thinking they the shit, and they be feeling themselves.
Yes, I
Man,
do.
get that nigga. Why he was working? Nigga, don't open. And that was just, for my. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ass nigga.
So
And that's when the internet first came out, and within a couple of hours, I went and downloaded it off the internet. Gave it to me.
so
Fuck this nigga.
we used to we used to do the winter conference a lot. It's been on hiatus for a
Well,
couple of
hopefully
years.
back on this year. Shit.
Well,
I'm really looking forward to
yeah,
it.
I'm really hoping that it does start to generate itself back to the prominence that it was. But again, with the opportunities that have lessened over the years. I mean, 5 years 5 years ago, we partied everywhere. We were in
Mhm.
the hotel lobbies. We were doing everything. So
And and you know we gotta give a shout out to Mother Deeper. I know
yeah,
she closed that chapter of your life, but I'm still gonna shout out to her. And
yeah. Okay, I'll let you do the shout out on that one. Yes, sir.
everybody need love.
Yeah,
Loneliness is a terrible thing. Anyway, but shout out to Mother Diva.
and Paul James, and
Shout out to Paul James. When he coming back to the States? Shit,
he
he
was
ain't never
here.
nigga.
He was here.
I'm
He
telling him,
was
I said,
here.
what's up? Let's put something together.
So
But
what do you think? What do you think that you can do to make different for Dallas? So you can give house music some prominence.
can I let you in a little secret? Look here. I turn 56 next month. I think BB King says it best. The thrill is gone. That fight ain't in me no more, bro. And when you got other responsibilities, and stuff, maybe if I get rid of some of my responsibilities, I got a lot of stuff, other stuff going on that's
Hmm.
not being pulling me that direction, and I really ain't. And then the bullshit you have to go through. Just the DJ, God, dude.
Well,
And I but as you
it's
get older,
politics everywhere.
your patience gets shorter and shorter, and you don't do the bullshit. And it ain't like I'm hurt. If I don't spend another goddamn record, I've done my share.
I feel you, but I mean, yeah, I know you. We all say that, but
But
there's
the opportunity, but if somebody with the phone with a ring right now and say, "Hey, I got this. I need you to come play some." I work, But until that happens, that's my mindset. You know what
that
I'm saying?
itch, that itch is always gonna be there,
It's
no
there.
matter.
No. It's in you. It's a part of you. I never
Absolutely.
said I never said that I would stop DJing now, and if the opportunity comes, but now, shit, people now they so full of shit with the internet. Oh my gosh, they're so full of shit now, and people, you know why I have problem? People have problem with me because I'm gonna call you on your shit right then and there. I ain't gonna let you make it. I'm gonna call you on your shit,
Okay.
and people don't like to be reprimanded. They don't like to be called on their shit. And
I hear you. I hear you.
got some folks in Chicago now. Got a show. I ain't heard from them, but the shit is popping and bopping. You know the nigga call you when the shit ain't popping and they need you to do some free shit. But when the shit popping, you don't hear from them. Do I need to call it now, or do we
No,
wait
no,
shit? Do we
no,
wait
no,
shit?
no, no, no.
You don't
You,
want to smoke because you know I can handle it. I don't give a fuck. You
you,
know how I go. I can handle it, nigga. Anyway,
read, read your text real quick. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
but
Okay.
yeah, what my phone at?
I
Don't
don't
keep
know
me
where your phone at.
shit. Fuck it. You know
What,
I keep it real
what,
time.
when's the
You
last
you
time?
wanted to interview me. You didn't give me the questions you wanted to be extemporaneous. So
No,
you do
hey,
what
no,
you
no.
said.
I want everything to be off the cuff. I don't want you. This ain't
You
no
don't
pre.
want no rehearsed,
This ain't no
regurgitated shit.
pre-script rehearse nothing.
Okay.
Absolutely not. I don't do that.
Well, I hope they see the show. They know who I am. Hopefully, they can make me some desserts. But anyway, they know who I am. Yeah, y'all look night popping. I ain't hearing from you. I get my own way to Chicago. Oh, it's in Chicago, the city where
Oh
you from.
no! Stop. First of all,
Uh-uh. What?
listeners, I want y'all to listen to this. If he tell you he coming to Chicago,
I'm coming.
you got a better chance of hitting the lottery.
I'm coming. I just don't be stuck on the fucking main ride.
We gonna get that 1.55 billion first.
And now that you work at the place where you work, You know what it is?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know what it is, boss? You know what it is? You know what it is? But anyway, shouts out to my boy Tony Powell. Just make sure
Yes.
that you let Tony Powell see this. And he know Tony been around me. Tony been with me. Matter of fact, 20 years ago, Tony took me to Winter Music Conference. 2003 was it? And after going the first time, I've just never been the same. It's like something you've never seen. And what we've been doing the last few years, oh man, when they first had it back in '03,
Oh, four,
when
yeah.
the record labels was in there, and the record label was rented out. I remember one year, who was that? Strictly was it Nervous Records had rented out the Denny's, man, and just took over the fucking Denny's. Blacked it out, put a sound system in there. They just don't do stuff like that no more.
Yeah, they had a whole bunch of stuff going on. Shout out to Tony Span because he used to do this one spot. He used to do the Adidas store, and
Yeah.
that was amazing,
Yeah.
totally amazing. So yeah, I mean,
Well,
yeah, it's
I mean, the 4 year hiatus, us going back, because I remember 2019, it was something about that 2019, and I had did everything, not knowing that last cruise I took in November. And watch this. On the cruise, the lady was standing in front of the when we go in to eat. She has a big old pump of hand sanitizer. I'm like, well, I'm saying, I'm like, well, damn, they sure want our hands to be clean. But at that point, she knew. She knew what was going on.
right.
And here it is. What is it? 4 years later, bro?
So I'm doing.
4 years. Who is that in the background?
No, you don't know who this is.
Your producer? Damn. Oh, your probation
I
officer.
ain't no producers.
Your probation officer.
Let me do this. I'll be done at 11. Yes. Yeah. Wow. Shout out DJ Waco. We down in Dallas. We rocking it. Anyway. So
And one more thing, please forgive me. I'm sorry, I ain't got nowhere for you to spend here, but I would rather you spend at your room than take you to some foolishness. You know, niggas be faking and shaking. You know me, I keep it real. I rather you know what I'm saying? You know, you will say at least the nigga was honest.
so what is there any major event in Texas like like we got Chosen Few, Atlanta's got
None
House
of
in
that.
the Park.
Okay, once again, you're in the South. House is not just prevalent. Drug music, yeah, the shit you got to be high on, Molly and X and stuff like that's the sound that's down here. They got a place called the Elton Room that's what's tonight when it's popping tonight. We could go down there, but you ain't gonna understand shit. You know what? You wanna go by there? We can go by there. I mean, I know the white guys. I don't do the drug scene. Let me say this to you first of all. Don't put yourself around something that you're not in, because if shit could go down and your life could change in the blink of an eye. Did I say that right?
Yeah, you did.
Them motherfuckers be howling and shit, man, and I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm not part of that. I'm trying
Read
to
your text.
get it. What?
Read your text.
I don't have my phone. I can't find it, and don't make me look for it.
Okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't even move. Don't even move.
Yep, my back dropped down. I ain't. Look, you called me at the last minute. I had to put up a damn.
You ain't no last minute. I told you 2 days ago that ain't last minute.
Yeah, but I told you I got a lot of working on. I can't
Hey,
focus.
I ain't trying to hear all that. You
Okay,
always
well,
got something. You always got something.
my little
So,
what's
so
there you
Vintage House Radio. I want you to understand that this is an ongoing conversation I do all the time. This is what I go through every time I pick up this phone, and this 214 area code is on my phone.
Well, at least you know what you're getting.
I never doubt it. So yeah. So what do you think it'll take to do something down here like that? to build something. Now, I'm not saying for you to do it, but what do you think it takes?
I mean, we could have all these. I mean, and let me say this. So there's this club called It'll Do, and they somewhat play how, but it's the white shit, and it's gonna be some drug music ingested in there. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you know, at some point in time, that's just that's
You
today.
know what problem I have with that music? Every goddamn song is a crescendo. Bill, explosion. Next song, Bill,
But
explosion.
that's just the ongoing thing anyway. I mean, you know, you know, it's today's crowd. It's a prevalent thing. I mean, you can't help that. That's just the way it goes. You know, whether you participate or not, that's totally on you.
Yeah, well, I paid.
I mean, because you know, I mean, there was, you know, the perception of house initially, again, was geared towards a specific gender, specific.
Well, while we on here,
True.
shout out to Daj. If
Oh
I
yeah.
could just hear her screaming across some goddamn, you know, the way things used to be.
Right.
And I'm sorry, that's weed within my soul. Now I don't want to use that parable. It's weed within my network of what music's. Donna Blakely, shout out to Donna Blakely. Rapper Rosario, I have all y'all records. Shout out to them. That's what I was raised on, and that sound, that
Right.
Chicago sound. That's what I was raised on.
Oh, another
And,
shout out, DJ Shells. He comes down here, and does his thing
and
too.
yeah, that's who got that goddamn night up there in Chicago and ain't called. I see it. Tell them I see it. You done call me. You know my number. Uh, I said it. Uh,
Anyway, shout out to Shells. So yeah,
uh, but that's what's in my soul. And now this new generation, they have it, but they don't have it.
they got a,
I don't think they know what a 909 is, as well as a 303.
oh, absolutely not.
And niggas be capping. Let me reach behind my background and tell you what I actually have an actual one. Hold on. Let me reach behind
Oh
my.
Lord.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me go behind my. Be right back. Let me go behind my.
89.3 FM Northwestern and Evanston, Chicago, HD1 Vintage House Radio Show. We are live. Well, we are live dealing with yes.
Real nigga shit. Real nigga shit. Shout out. You said vintage? Real nigga shit. The
Right.
real deal. The real thing. Who is that? Not Jamie Principal. Who is that with the hair? Wild Pitch Records. Who is that? What's his name? Had the club in Atlanta. What's his name?
I, I don't know.
He's from Chicago, boy. What's his name? Do you know what this is?
No, what is it? Tell me what it is. Tell me on what it is.
This is 303, boy. This is what that sound and even the jack sound that came from Chicago. This where it came. This right here. This it.
I know what it is. I just want you to educate the people.
Vintage house, nigga. Shit. Ain't no VST. It's the real shit. Oh, here it is, right there, rolling. The real shit.
I got you. I know exactly what it is.
The real shit. Anyway,
You still got you got an 808 too?
no, I ain't. Boy, if you could get I got plugins and samples and shit, but to get an actual, I saw one of these. I found this at a pawn shop, bro.
Yeah, I know.
And then the people they don't even know what it is. They have no idea what it
They don't have a
is.
clue. You're right.
They have a clue. And he said $25. I said, come on, I ain't food. What? Nigga, this is history. you know. But the sound of a 909, it's just a drum programming. And like I say, right now, I am actually learning to program drums. all these years. So this is what I learned. A DJ, ain't gonna call no name. All you gotta do is have a record out, and you get booked. And I never understood the concept of how that works, but I guess they figure if you got a record out, you can get, and them will be straight. And I heard a lot of DJs. Now they real good at sitting there. Anybody can sit in front of some fucking monitors for hours and listen to the same shit over and over. But read the audience and program and make it work. Mm-mm. And I'm gonna leave that where it's at. Now Louis, he carries weight. I'm gonna get credit where it's due.
Who?
Louis Vega. He carry, just in case he see the spin, carry his weight. Charisma, carry his weight. And Teddy Douglas, carry their weight. And Tommy Davis, shout out to Tommy Davis, carry their weight. And I done did that with you.
So do you plan on making music, or you just gonna play with that trio?
Most certainly. And shout out to Stacey Kid. Hey, I know you got that catalog. I'll be calling you. I need some help getting on track store. I cut you in. Holler at me. Everybody go eat, nigga.
Mm-hmm. So is there anybody you want to play with?
Not really. As far as I'm concerned, let me say this to you.
You're supposed to be Rocky Floyd, first of all, so stop playing. So
nigga, I already to play with you. You say won't play with. As far as I'm concerned, they are of my equal.
They are what?
Of my equal.
Okay.
And as far as looking up all that car cops out, that's just hype and bullshit. Hey, nigga, you the flavor of the day this week. Things could change tomorrow. Like Anime told Ike, things could change. We are all of equals. That makes sense?
Yeah, it does to me.
And let me say this, after opening for Louis Vega, who I would like to play with, Danny Crivet. Shout out to Danny Crivet, 718 session. Shout out to him. Danny Crivet. Henry Regisford. Who? Ain't no motherfucking. Ain't no DJ that's gonna come up. Not how? No, gonna come up against me. As never
competition. I said, who would you like to play with?
Nigga, ain't no DJ in Dallas, and please put this on the internet. Ain't no DJ in Dallas gonna come up against me in house.
It's not about competition.
It ain't about that. Let people know they know what they do. But let me say this here to you. After opening for Louis, that achievement, man, nothing else don't fucking even matter. Real talk. To have Louis Vega stand behind you and you open and you playing his fucking and you playing the India shit. And Nane, I know she was there. You're playing the India shit. You know, when he was in love with India. And me playing even before Tommy Davis, I opened for Tommy Davis. Before he even came on, I went back to what is that guy? What is that? It's just what is that? Black Tracks Records?
Yeah, Black Tracks.
History, bro. And to play that, and he was like, "Man, I ain't heard that in years." I'm like,
"What? So why Danny? Why Danny?"
I'll never forget. We were in Miami. And he beat the shit. We was at this club that had the sound system. They was doing a Paradise Garage party, and he beat the shit out of this sound system. And David Morales came in after him. By the way, shout out David Morales.
I asked you about David. Did you want to play with David?
Hell no. Fuck no. His ego was getting away. I could push his ass out, and he older than me. If I turn 56 next month, just think how old he is.
Okay.
So he put these little boy pictures up there on the hip DJ with no shirt on. Look, I push his ass out. No, hell no.
Clinton, this is a G-rated station, so please. Okay. So
you ain't say that. You didn't say that, nigga. See, you made me use a big word.
You still go.
You didn't say that.
Okay, I didn't think I had to, but no problem.
It is what
Anyway,
it is.
so you're
Hey,
supposed to say, no, your first answer was supposed to be,
uh, I picked Danny Crivet over David Morales.
no, that wasn't supposed to be your first response.
Oh, and special shout out, what's his name? From Better Days in New
Rocky
Jersey.
Boy? Thank you. I know, yeah.
No, nigga. She just seen you Sunday. You get those shout out. What's his name? He black and he got eyes. What's his name?
I don't know who you talking about.
He been sick not here lately. What's his name? He broke a lot. He gave him a lot of inspiration. I can't tell you his name. It's gonna come to me. It'll come to me.
So you gonna make a record?
Quite a few. I got a lot of stuff I don't worked out. Here, let me leave you with this. To make a record is one thing. Well, to get your peers to support you, sometimes you have to put a pseudonym. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Don't even tell them it's you. Just tell them you helped on the record. Don't tell them you made it. Oh, I helped them. I was in the studio, you know. Don't tell them you did it. Because the minute you tell them that you did it, things change.
That's the politics.
People change.
That's the politics.
The things change.
That is absolute politics. So yeah.
Tony Humphries, that's his name, Tony Humphries. Shout out to Tony Humphries.
So
Yellow Records, yeah.
okay, so now we're gonna make a plan for a big festival for Dallas in 2024.
Oh, okay.
So
Sure. I'm free.
Well, no, because
Call me what time I play, where I go. Where you
I'm not organizing it. You gotta organize it.
Man, I'm just, you know what? Trying to convince a motherfucker to come where I am. And you just after a while the bullshit, bro. And people are so shallow now and fake. The motherfuckers, oh yeah, I'm coming, nigga. Yeah.
Well, that's why you only deal with real people.
How can you find them? Show me some, and I'll hook up with them.
I'll show you 10 off the bat because I don't talk to nobody that ain't real. So yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, down here in Dallas, nigga.
Well, I mean, that's the whole point of sifting through the garbage to find the treasure.
Look, I got a mortgage. I got 3 mortgages I got to deal with. A motherfucker that died, left a hole. You just don't want to know my problem. Anyway, moving on, but back to the music. Man, I'm yet to release a song. And when I do release a song, I'm going to come on your show and let y'all hear it. And look, this is the type of DJ I am. If I bust a record, I'm going to take the stems and send them out. And every DJ that I'm close with, that I grew up, that I come up with, I will send you the stems, give you the program, and let you do your version. Fuck it. If I get in the track source, we all in the track source. And you can hold me to that. Yeah. So there we go.
Right here. All right. So right now, besides you and Dallas, who else is out here?
I don't know. I mean, look, if I ain't working, I don't even go out, bro.
I know, but what? But you don't have to go out to have your ear to the street to know what's going on.
I don't even give a shit. If it ain't no check involved, I don't give. I just don't. I got other things. I got too many other things to deal with. And God done fixed it. We ain't got to be. You understand what I'm saying? He done fixed it. So there you have it. You know, fixed it.
Mm-hmm. All right. So are there any? You've already listed all the people out of Houston. Is there any other major city in Texas that's doing this?
Not really. And a lot of people come down from Chicago to come to Houston and do the house thing.
Yeah, I know. It's the opportunity to spread it. Absolutely.
It's just so much bullshit. Oh, shout out to Ron Curl and and what's his name? The long intro. What's his name? That's a long intro.
The long intro.
Terry Hunter. Tell him I say hey. Tell him I say hey. Long outro too. What's that song? Wonderful. Yeah. Tell Terry I say what's up, what's up, what's up.
So do you so I is there any vocalists outside the ones you named that stand out just as much?
You know.
What about Bobian?
Kenny Bobo, yeah, I met him in Miami. He just I don't understand why that man won't do Sylvester's catalog. I mean, he got that high falsetto, and you got the miking. He got that high falsetto. Why he don't do Sylvester's catalog? I mean, I would love to see Sylvester reinvented. Who was that guy? He did this song
Stingley.
Better Days. No, he did the song Better Days. Better Days ahead. He just recently did. He just did with Finn the Sade song. There's a woman in Somalia scraping the pearls by the. He was doing all the little tricks and shit with his voice. Hold on, let me look it up. Let me cheat this. I'm going by memory. Uh, uh, I'm gonna tell you who it is. Give me just a
Is it
second.
Byron?
Not Byron Stingley. No. And even he trying to pull the 10 city thing back together. He might not get spin. I'm gonna tell you who it is.
Okay. What about females?
I can't. I mean, I like Monique. What's her name? No. Female? Not really. I'm just. Oh no! Hold on. Maybe a sidetrack. Uh, Jahar Muhammad. Who else is on there? Cleveland P. Jones. That's his name.
Cleveland P. Jones. I have never heard of Cleveland P. Jones.
Look him up. You need to look him up. That's why I'm
I
saying.
will.
Overlook.
You know, I don't mind expanding my
Matter of fact,
catalog.
I got a little package I can send you. The latest stuff that I've collected. It's just it
Different.
just uh who is that? That the one that's with Louis Vega singing that you might think I'm crazy. Who is it? I, it's a very few. But as you can see, I just pretty much I'm absorbed in so many other things. I just have not had time to focus on my house music. You know,
Okay.
time.
So if there was if there was a nice young up and coming DJ that was wanted to learn how to play, and I mean not not just digitally, they wanted to learn how to play, what would you tell them?
Starting out, what I mean, if you want to be the real, I mean, because a lot of these DJs, and I'm gonna call it just like it lay. A lot of these goddamn new DJs ain't touched. They don't even know what a Autofon cartridge is. Ain't touched the 1200. And until you actually take your finger and touch that vinyl, cue that record up to that first beat, and set that pitch control.
I say go back initially hear that crackle. That's just the crackle is the first
Uh,
and foremost.
you know, and it just if you're gonna do it right. But you know what? A lot of people say they want to be a DJ, but the question you should ask them is why? Why do you want to DJ? Because if it's for the money, this ain't gonna be the profession. Uh, there's a lot of things you do that you're not gonna get paid for. A
Very
lot of
true.
and you got to be. It's got to be in your heart. You got to be true to it.
Okay.
You know, man, it was time shit. I buy a record for. I bought something to eat.
So well, gi- give me the in your opinion only, the top 5 classic songs of all time. If you had to say, if someone says, Clinton, I want you to put 5 records, 5 classic house records as memorabilia for someone 2,000 years from now to listen to, what would it be?
Well, one would be Brighter Days by Dajay. Because when I went to Detroit, I heard it there first. Uh, before the remixes came out, the first version of it, I heard the Brighter Days. Number two, gotta keep moving on. Gotta keep pushing on. Donald Blakely. Xavier Gold, you used to hold me. Uh, just, I would have that. I got 2 more to go. What 2 songs would I use? It's gonna be a Louis Vega song. I have to have some kind of Louis Vega song, and there's so many to choose from. It would have to be a Louis Vega, and the other one has to come from the Basement Boys. When it was the real. Oh, damn! Can I do 6? Because I have to do. Let me say this here. Blaze. Remember Blaze when Blaze was out?
Yes.
Ed and what's his name? The boy played the piano. What's his name?
I don't know names. I just know people.
What's his name? Blaze. Could y'all please get back together? They had a sound that, and I know y'all fell out over some money, but man, y'all had a sound that cannot be duplicated.
Okay.
What's his name? He had the birthday party in Josh Milan.
Good
And
dude.
shouts out to Barbara Tucker.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
shout out to her just in case you see this. She didn't think I'm acting funny. Nah, baby. And Crystal Waters as well as I met. And who was the girl? Time. What was the one? Don't go in my mind. But anyway, hey, if I forgot your name, it ain't cause it's just cause I can't remember. You know, 5 songs. It will be them 3. One will be by,
Okay.
and the other will be the best song by. I got a feeling. What is it? I got a feeling by the Basement Boys.
Okay.
Yeah, Ian and Charisma when it first started. It's nothing like the beginning of something.
All right. So, what what would you if you had to give me one song that was considered either R&B or disco or that we took in as house, what would you say it would be?
Sylvester,
Okay.
some about Sylvester, whether it be I Need You, just a classic.
Okay.
I would say Sylvester, because believe it or not, his soul when he would be on stage, he would be pouring out his soul to you. Very
Absolutely.
few artists, very few artists can do that. Pour their fucking soul out to you in the hand. They can pour their soul to you. But when you do that, you don't live long, bro. You don't
Well, I
live
mean,
long.
people. Some people do, some people don't. I mean, it's. I mean, Donna was pure. Donna
It-
put hers out there.
yeah, but you can hear that. They don't even have people that can sing like that no more. Oh, and shout out to Martha Wash. Martha, you know I love you, girl. You make my just if I was straight, it would be on. Uh, shout out to Martha Wash. There will never be another you.
Absolutely not.
Ever, 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 ever.
Absolutely.
Oh man.
All right. Well, it's coming onto this 11 o'clock hour. And
About the whole hour. But
yeah.
no, but thank and let me say shouts out to DJ Rocket Floyd. who believed in me one lonely night in Miami when I called him to DJ. But it's just
I don't
thank
know why. I don't
thank
know why.
thank you,
Yeah,
thank you. I ain't no, I ain't no ungrateful ass nigga. Thank you.
I don't know why. I don't
Uh,
know why I said yes. But anyway, uh, anyway, so we have come to the end of the show. Again, I'd like to give a shout out and a thanks to Clinton Blade, aka DJ 008. We are down here in Dallas, remote location for the Vintage House Radio Show. And I want to give a thanks again. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you for the opportunity. And
hey,
I hope people get a chance to hear something that you're going to either produce or make us touch or do something. Um, and I hope that there can be something done in regards to.
but you hold that. You just get Stacy. Stacy, need you, bro. Just get me in, and I'm gonna make you some hits. Just get me in, and I do my own shit. And wait a minute, let me get this laughing on my nose. Gotta go. So not to call no names, but they had somebody there in Chicago doing their stuff. And one thing I have to say about producers, when you start doing stuff, you don't want all your shit to sound the same. And they was gonna have me, and I guess they got worried back of me saying I don't want them mastering my shit. I master my own shit. Trust me, I've cut have I have acetates that I had cut, and they got test pressing. I know RIA equalization. But anyway, if I get in, I'm bringing my friends. If you don't know how to use Ableton, I will install it on your machine and show you how. I don't give a fuck if you beat the desk and do the marimbas. To do your version, that'll be your version. We'll put it out.
Okay. Well, anyway, I will be back on in a month. In the meantime, thank you, Clinton. I greatly appreciate it, brother.
Anytime.
All
All
right.
right.
Once again, Vintage House Radio, your boy DJ Rocky. We'll be back on next Wednesday. See who DJ Mega has on here. I'm pretty sure he is going to bring on a very spectacular guest. Anyway, we'll wish you all a happy good night. And I will be out of Dallas in the morning.
Oh, damn. Bye. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Vintage House Show podcast. Please subscribe and share, and check us out live, WNUR 89.3 FM, Wednesdays at 10 o'clock.